Assalamualaikum. My name is Safik Zulfadli bin Sufyan. I'm from the Faculty of Civil Engineering in campus Samarahan 2 in Sarawak, and I act as the leader in this project.
Assalamualaikum, hi and salam UITM di hatiku. My name is Muhammad Farhan Hakim bin Ibrahim. My course is Civil Engineering and the code is EC110.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Nishafizi bin Muhammad Safa and I'm the semester 5 student of Civil Engineering Faculty in UiTM campus Samarahan 2.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Afiq Idris bin Wan Abdullah from the Faculty of Civil Engineering in campus Samarahan 2, Sarawak.
During the early stage of a construction of any infrastructure, the site of the construction itself must be determined and investigated in order to gain information regarding the site. Information such as the elevation of the ground are very important as it influences the surface layout of the site. There are methods which allows the engineers to calculate the elevation value of the site. However, most of them requires a lot of time, much more patience, and sometimes creates an error. Hence, the RF EQUATOR was created to ease the process while providing the accurate result.
Now, I will explain about the problem statement. A rise and fall method is quite an easy method of calculating the difference of height of elevation between consecutive points in leveling works. However, easy does not mean everything is a perfect as it may seem. There are some problems regarding the manual calculation of the method itself. So, for the first one, it is too time consuming as the process are the same each time. However, it is repetitive. In contrast with the area of the site of the investigation itself, the number of stations to be calculated get higher, hence more time are meant to be taken. Second, manual calculation required the engineer to calculate. Hence, it is a man-made action which may lead to miscalculation. The repetition of the calculation and numbers makes a messy task and leads to miscalculation. One wrong calculation roots the others. Lastly, there is a lot of formula used in surveying. It is unlikely but not impossible if the person in charge of the calculation use the wrong formula, then the whole data is a waste. Now I will explain the objective of this. So, number one is to reduce the time taken to calculate all the value that need to be counted. Provide a faster path of a solution with only required a few data input. Second, generate even more accurate value with ease. There will be no miscalculation and the accuracy of the other calculation will be guaranteed. Lastly is to ensure an absolute process of calculation with the right set of formula and the procedure as everything are fixed to avoid any unnecessary formula.
Okay, going to the part of novelty, originality, and uniqueness. The first point is, this is the fastest way to get the data on the site. Most of the time, the land surveyor will only collect data at the site and then they will brought the data to other place to do the calculation, such as at the office or maybe at home. So it will take times for them to get the value of the reduced level. So by using our RF EQUATOR, they only need to insert the data in the template and the template will calculate the value of rise and fall and also the reduced level at the exact place, which is at the site. The second point is this template is really easy to use and to understand. This template only need the data to be inserted in the right columns and row. So then it will instantly calculate the value every time the land surveyor insert the data. Therefore, our template can be used anytime, anywhere, and no need to waste time to calculate each reduced level for each station. The third point is the miscalculation percent is minimal. As a human, we always make mistakes. So if the land surveyor have so much data and to do the calculation, therefore they might have been confused and using wrong value during calculation. So by using RF equator, the repeating calculation can be done easily because our template has been set to use the previous data to continue its calculation. Okay, next, for the practicality, the first point is reduce time taken for land survey activities. In a project schedule, usually a land surveying activities will take a month because it is not only just leveling the ground. There are lots of work need to be done also. Therefore, our template can help to reduce the estimate time taken that have been calculated for the land surveying activities in a project schedule. Maybe for it can be reduced to 3 weeks. And then next is to prevent the mistake when it comes to the site leveling work. When engineers have too much ground level data need to be calculated, they might do a mistake and did not notice it when they will only discover the mistake when it comes to the leveling work. Therefore, our template will prevent the mistake to be happen in their work.
I'll be demonstrating on how to use the RF equator. First of all, we need to key in the important data. So I have a sample of data here, and for to key in the data, let's say if the value is the backside value. For the backside, we only need to place the backside on the new BS and leave the level column blank. And for the rest of the type of size, like the interside and front side, just basically key in all the value on the level column. And let's say if the front side meets the back side, for the front side value, just key in the level column, and for the back side, just key in the value in the new backside column. Now, after we key in all of the data, just simply click calculate, and it will automatically calculate the final reduced level. And let's say if we want to change the value, just simply click revert, and let's say we want to change this one into 0.663, and somewhere here we need to change it to 0.993, for example, and click calculate again, and it will automatically change its value. So it's a pretty straightforward mechanism of calculation for the RF equator. So this will help save time for the user to calculate all of the data.
As for the benefits, it makes the job for the engineers a lot more easier. It saves the hassle for them to calculate the rise and fall data. It also does the work for them, and it is less time consuming. All it takes is just a few data input and come out the output. Second, it provides an accurate result with details to smoothen the construction work such as groundworks. All the formula and process of operation are controlled by a specific algorithm and coding in the template, which indicating there will be zero miscalculation. And third, it accelerates the time for the construction process. The earlier stages of the construction can be done a lot more faster, hence making the upcoming stages can be started a lot more earlier. And finally, it is cost saving. As the time for the construction process become more shorter, the budget can be cut off even more further. On top of that, the template itself is free, and the engineers won't bother to employ another person to do the rise and fall data calculation. RF equator is specially designed to calculate the ground elevation using the rise and fall method as the base operation. It is designed with the Excel macros as the base system. It is relatively easy to use, indicating a user-friendly program. The RF equator is intended to be used by the engineers. However, it is also very useful for those who need it, such as students. It provides an accurate result in just a couple of seconds. The creation of this program might as well open more paths for the other kind of calculation-based software that could aid the engineering industry. During this age of accelerating advancement of technologies, the usage of this kind of software or program will determine the future of a civilization.